Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on this here lovely channel. So, if you weren't here last time, just a little recap. We are playing this game called Cabernet. It is set in Edwardian Eastern Europe. And main character is a vampire. The beginning of the game, she doesn't know this. She wakes up in a room covered in like dirt, and there's a blood bucket next to her. There's blood on the wall. The door is locked. Somebody lets her out of the room, some random person who doesn't speak, and she walks into this like party, and then she finds out she's a vampire. Yeah. Anyways, I guess let's just play the freaking game. Hey guys, editing Ari here. Just wanted to give a little side note. I do realize that the camera is blocking a lot of the game. I have not filmed with a face cam in a very long time, and I've only done it about twice. So I apologize. It will be fixed next video. Thank you. I'm excited to continue this. It's very fun.
Countess calls you Hussar. What's your real name?
At this point, I've been called that far longer than my real name. Just call me that.
Sounds
All
annoyed.
right. Hussar it is.
Lisa May. Okay, what? Okay. My family.
What about my family? When can I see them?
I was worried you will ask me that.
You can never say your
Technically,
family
they think
again.
you are dead, and it is best for everyone if they keep thinking that.
Oh, this is so fun! This is like Edwardian. Is it like Twilight? No, I don't think so. I love Twilight though, so okay. Contacting family. Newly turned vampires are strictly prohibited from reaching out to their former families, as this risks spreading the truth about vampires to the human world. Although this rule is occasionally broken, it is considered a serious crime and invokes harsh penalties from the offenders if discovered. Okay, I don't think we read this one. Higher Society is a powerful governing body that introduces and improves the laws and code of ethics for the vampires within their domain. The organization itself is international and often shares a common agenda. However, the areas of influence are split into countries with different local leaders, and some ruling aspects vary from country to country. Okay, so it's kind of like what we do in the Shadows, where they have like the vampire council. So yeah. Interesting.
It's true, too.
I can't just leave them like this. They have to know I'm all right.
Look, I know this is too much for you to take in right now. Maybe that's a
But you're
conversation we
dead.
should revisit another time.
Get it through your freaking skull, man. You're a vampire. Okay? I hope that wasn't too loud. Okay,
I have so many questions.
See, that's what I was afraid of.
like,
Theory is not my forte. I'm a proponent of learning by doing.
do we sparkle? Are you afraid
Why
of
don't
the
you
sun?
go talk the ears
Afraid.
off some other guests while I finish smoking in peace? After that,
Why
I can
don't you
show you
leave
what
me
it's
alone?
really like to be one of us.
He's a little
suppose
rude.
I can do that. Could you at least tell me a little bit about the people, the guests in there?
Oh, come on. Where is your spirit of adventure? I'm sure you'll figure it out on your own.
He looks like he's dressed for the Black Parade. Like, honestly, he looks like the dude in the video. The, like, dark-haired guy in the video. The one that's, like, dying. He looks like him a little bit. That's probably not what they were going
Alright,
for,
then.
but...
I'll go see if someone can actually help me.
Meh.
All right. Thank you kindly. I'll be back soon enough.
No rush,
So rude.
please.
God, I don't know if I like this guy. He's a little rude. He's a bit of a rude dude. Okay, who are we talking to? We're gonna talk to everyone? Socialize? Okay. Ugh! Oh my god. Oh, I don't like that.
I do actually have a model right here with me. I always carry Matilda
Okay.
with me, just in case a good opportunity strikes. You never know. Look into
Oh,
her
my
eyes.
eyes hurt.
Doesn't she look alive to you? Like she's going to blink?
Sure.
Yes, well. Apologies.
Epilepsy.
Petya.
Petya, we should probably go and discuss some urgent business with the Countess.
Oh, of course. In fact, I'd love to meet her as...
Let's talk to this guy. What do you got going on,
I don't know
man?
how, but I can just sense that he is not one of us. Such a strange feeling. Attraction? No, but something very similar. He is most certainly human.
So we gotta eat him? Is that what we're...
Oh, hello. It's you, lady in the nightgown. How are you feeling? I was really worried.
Much better. Thank you. I'm Lisa, by the way.
Of course. Where are my manners? I'm Petya.
It's a pleasure. You were the only one who seemed to care about my illness.
Oh, nonsense. They are a lovely bunch around here, just all very busy. The third group I'm pitching my dolls to, and everyone keeps running off for urgent business.
Okay.
Did you say you're selling dolls?
And making them, yes?
I see you have one with you. May I take a look?
Of course.
Now,
Matilda here is my favorite.
I don't want to sell it
I'd
to
love
you.
to get some honest feedback. Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's just lovely. So detailed and human-like. She reminds me of the one I had when I was a little girl.
That's exactly what I wanted to accomplish. Thank you. I knew someone here would appreciate it. I'm hoping to show her to the Countess.
Oh, God.
With her approval, the sky's the limit.
So I have been up since like 3 a.m. I'm very tired. I had some coffee before this, but I'm still very tired. So, it didn't work. Coffee,
You know,
like caffeine
making
doesn't
toys
really
is
do
what I
anything
wanted to
for
do
me.
since I was a little
So
boy.
I don't even know why I try.
My father always called this foolishness, among other things. Said it's not manly work. I never managed to convince him otherwise.
I'm sorry. That must have been tough.
Well, here I am, still at it. I do have a feeling that I'm onto something with Matilda. Just you wait. My gut tells me that tonight is going to bring something special. And it's never wrong.
Is he gonna become a vampire?
How did you end up being invited here, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, that's all thanks to Elisa, the lovely young woman in the yellow dress. She saw me at the town market and saw some real potential in my work. She said that the
Who is
people in the manor might be interested in seeing it, and you didn't have to ask me twice.
I see. How is pitching going so far?
I'll admit, it's a little slow, but the night is still young.
You are an optimistic guy, aren't you, Petya?
My mother
Yeah.
used to say that my hope will be the death of me.
Pet ya. Can I pet ya?
But what's the point of living if you don't believe in people and yourself?
You may be right about that. At least I truly hope you are. Best of luck with everything, Petya. Hope everything works out with the Countess.
Thank you, Lisa. You're very kind.
Is this a love interest, maybe? Okay, let's see our relationships. Okay, the Countess. Sophia Orlova, status undead, address, manor, location unknown. As head of the local section of higher society, a vampiric organization in charge of laws and ethics for the species, Countess Orlova is a figure of note, wealth, and power in the area. When Liza awoke as a vampire, she reached the upper floors of the Countess's estate and found herself in a ballroom among a number of high-profile guests. Under the circumstances, the Countess did her best to tend to Liza and gave her a beautiful evening gown as a welcome gift. Shortly afterwards, she retired from the party to attend to urgent business. Okay, Petya. Piotr Janowitz, status alive, address unknown. Liza met Petya at the higher society party right after she awoke as a vampire. While talking with Petya about his life, Liza learned that he is a doll maker and salesman. His deep passion for his craft was palpable, however, it might have appeared a little much for some. Okay. Hussar, full name, question mark, status undead, address, manner, no, location unknown. When Liza was turned into a vampire, Countess Orlova assigned Hussar to show her the ropes. Yeah, and he's not being very nice about it. So maybe we don't want to talk to him about that, maybe? Can I talk to these people at all? No.
Have you tried the Countess's Cabernet? Honestly, I think this may have been the best one I ever tasted.
I prefer to stick to clear drinks around here. If you really want to try some decent Cabernet, stop by my salon on the main street.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I'll
Is
take
it
you
the
up on that
red?
offer.
Is that what you're talking about? Also, if you like clear drinks, why are you advertising your Cabernet?
Hello. I don't think I've seen you around here
Arbon.
before. I'm Arbin.
Arbin, okay.
I'm Liza. Good evening to you, too.
You don't sound so sure. Is it really a good one for you?
Oh, I like your earrings. They're super
You're right.
cute.
If
So
I'm
cute.
honest, it hasn't been the easiest night.
That's what I thought. My advice is always be honest, unless you absolutely can't be. In the end, it does make everyone feel better.
That's
It's a
a good
Danganronpa
piece of advice.
reference. Probably won't get it. It's too cool for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Stick with me, lovely. I'm chock full of them.
Say advice for a
Arbin,
vampire?
I've only just been turned, and all of this is very new to me. May I trouble you for some advice?
I hope you don't mind me asking, but has someone in your family enjoyed wine a little too much?
Too personal. Ah! Why?
Sorry, that's a little too personal.
I understand. Everyone has their own boundaries. Just remember one thing. Demons are hereditary. Look after yourself.
Okay, great advice.
I couldn't help but overhear that you are a wine expert.
I dabble. I run a literary salon in town and serve drinks there.
Okay, literary salon. Oh, there's new stuff. A hosted gathering of people for the study and enjoyment of literature. During the salon, attendees amuse one another and increase their knowledge through conversation and the exchange of ideas. Salon culture was introduced to areas of Eastern Europe during the spread of Francophile culture in the 18th century. Since Arbin regularly hosts these types of gatherings, her establishment is affectionately referred to as the town's literary salon. Hussar. A hussar was a type of light cavalry soldier. They were stereotypically assumed to be showy with a reputation for debauchery and womanizing. In the case of hussar, the job became the name. Okay. Francophilia. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the language of diplomacy and higher education across much of Europe was French. Some rulers in Eastern Europe in the 18th century were educated in the French tradition and made a conscious effort to intimidate the manners of France. Many people borrowed these mannerisms and used French in their everyday exchanges in an attempt to follow the trends or to show their admiration for the culture. Nihilism. Nihilism is a direction of philosophy popularized in Europe in the 18th century. It puts social norms, morals, and ideals under scrutiny or, in certain cases, rejects them completely. I didn't know the term nihilism was that old.
How exciting.
Thought it was
All
a
kinds of
fairly new
interesting
thing, but
people
I guess
must
that
come
makes
by.
sense.
You'd be surprised, my dear, and mildly disappointed. I'd love for you to stop by one day. I'll treat you to a round of something nice.
I'll make sure to visit.
Okay, side quests. Besides experiencing the main story, Lisa is encouraged to explore town and meet other characters. Depending on the character, Lisa may sometimes need to meet certain criteria, such as specific skill or morality levels, in order to start or continue with their quest. Okay.
Since you're an expert, may I ask you about the wine that the Countess gave me? I'll admit I found it delicious, but it wasn't really wine, was it?
It was not. Cabernet was sort of our code word for blood, so we don't shock any innocents.
Cabernet is a human blood-based liquid that can replace traditional feeding for vampires. Unlike unprocessed blood, it has a long shelf life. Making Cabernet is a complicated and expensive process, highly prone to error. More often than not, Cabernet batches fail, which is why it often requires copious amounts of human blood to create a small amount of product. Okay, so you just take people's blood and process it? How does that work? They don't explain how that happens. That would be cool if you could explain
And then we
that.
just got used to it. Funny how language works, isn't it?
Yes. Funny.
Like,
Well, I should get going.
Good luck. I have a feeling we'll see each other soon.
are you a witch? You must be. Okay. Arbin? Is she back here? Cool. Okay. Full name unknown, status undead, address literary salon, Main Street. Lisa met Arbin at Countess Orlova's party during her first night as a vampire. I love saying that name, Orlova. Arbin was one of the few guests sympathetic to Lisa's state and offered her genuine advice. She invited Lisa for a drink at her literary salon in town. Okay, who else can we talk to? Hey, else. Is there... Oh, there... Yes! I knew!
Come
I knew
on.
she was gonna be...
Don't any of you cowards want to have any fun?
I knew she was gonna be a recurring
My
character.
lady, with all
I
due
think she's
respect,
cool as heck.
Russian roulette just seems like too much fun for the night.
Fine, get lost then. Be on your merry way. Who
Yeah,
knew
get
that
the
the
frick
second
outta
time
here.
I die would be of boredom?
Okay, let's look at the glossary. Okay. Covered mirrors. It's common to veil a mirror with a cloth when someone passes away. People say it's so that the soul of the dead person doesn't get trapped inside. Domovoy. Okay. In Slavic mythology, a domovoy is a house spirit that watches over a dwelling and has a significant impact on the family's life and well-being. If pleased, a domovoy may be of tremendous value to the inhabitants of a house, but if they upset him or if he simply has a bad temper, it may lead to lost items, illnesses, poverty, and other misfortunes. Sometimes people leave food or other gifts for domovoy to get on their good side. They are often visually represented as covered in soot and dirt. Russian roulette. Okay. Russian roulette is an extreme game of chance with potentially lethal outcomes. Players load a gun with one or more bullets, rotate the cylinder so that it isn't known where the bullets are or is, and take turns shooting the gun at their own heads. The term is also often used metaphorically for high-risk situations with difficult to predict outcomes. Okay. We want to talk to these?
Now, would you look at this pretty picture? I could
Oh,
barely
wow.
recognize you from before.
Oh, so she knows her.
Where did you get this dress?
It's a gift from the Countess. She is very generous.
Huh. I thought it looked familiar.
What do you mean question mark? Her name is literally right there.
Name
What?
is Alisa, by the way.
Lisa,
Okay, well I guess she hasn't
it's
said
a
it
pleasure.
yet. That's down.
So, I've just been turned today.
Congratulations. That must be quite shocking. Thrilling, even. I'm
Thrilling.
envious, really.
Yes, thank you. I'm not quite sure how to process all this yet. What does one even do with this? Being dead, drinking blood, who knows what else?
Same thing anyone around here does. Masticating plain eternity day after day.
What is masticating? Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Dude, I'm literally holding up right to my mouth. Okay, Google. What does masticating mean? Chew. Okay.
Spicing it up any way you can.
Hence the Russian roulette.
We're already dead, aren't we? What else is there to lose? Do you fancy a round?
Maybe some other time.
Suit yourself.
May I ask who was the young man you talked with earlier?
Oh God. I think I have to sneeze. I have to sneeze at least once
Who,
every day.
Petya?
It sucks.
Why? Are you interested?
I don't know
Goodness,
what
no.
that's about.
I was just making conversation.
Don't be shy. We're not attached.
Dude, she's
Petya
so
is
freaking
human.
cool. She
I picked
looks
him up
cool
at
as
the town
hell.
market. He is a salesman. A ridiculously bad one at that.
If you two are not an item, may I ask why did you invite him over?
Because it was my turn
A turn for what?
to spice up the eternity.
Okay.
So,
Eternity.
it's true what they say? Vampires live forever?
We exist forever. We don't
yeah, that
live.
makes more sense.
But then again,
God, my
few do.
Frickin' hurt.
Does this mean that we can't, stop existing?
Oh, sweetheart.
no.
There is nothing easier. Just stop drinking blood for a few days, fall from a high roof, or just step into the sunlight.
I should probably be writing this all down.
Ha!
So,
Yeah, so I can die.
Now that you have eternity on your side, do you consider your existence more valuable?
It's the same.
No, of course not. Pulse or no pulse, life is just as valuable as it always was.
I see. In that case, how would you compare the value of your new existence to, say, Petya's?
It isn't comparable. I'd say his is more valuable.
I'd have to say
Morality. Lisa's morality is still shaping. Certain choices will provide you with humanity or nihilism points. Some choices will only become available to Lisa after she reaches certain levels.
Petya's. Like you said, what I have now isn't really life.
Fair enough. Still, it's an interesting thought experiment, isn't it?
Indeed.
Let me get my hands on my dress. Also, that purple is like the same purple. I want to dye my hair. I literally just dyed it. But now I'm over here like,
Excuse me.
ew.
I think someone is
dye my
calling
hair
for
this
me.
color. I'm always doing that. It's that ADHD brain. Always thinking of something. Something to look forward to. Okay. Full name, Elisa Casprian. Status undead. Address unknown. Lisa first met Elisa at Countess Orlova's higher society party along with her human friend Petya. I do like these names. These names are pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, is what's his face back? Let's see. Is he still out there? I'll just be like, hey, I'm mingled. What do you do now?
Good timing. I just finished up.
Yes, how
okay.
lucky.
Don't be snappy, Lisa. Smoking is an important routine for a soldier. Can't
So
be
is that
interrupted.
what cavalry soldiers wore back in the day?
So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
Who ended up letting me out of the chamber?
If I'm honest, I haven't the foggiest idea. I thought you knew.
Well, I don't. And whoever it was gives me the goosebumps. On top of everything, I ended up promising them a favor and felt a bad burn on my shoulder right after.
Why am I saying ha? We already knew that.
What it could possibly be?
Let me take a look. Oh, brother.
What? What is it?
It could be nothing, really. No need to worry. Just make sure that you show this to the doctor when you see him, alright?
Alright.
So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
Yes.
What is going on in the basement of the manor? It's absolutely terrifying down there.
Oh yes, the basement. If I were you, I would just
also this
forget all
little
about
like
it.
stopwatch up here is pretty cool. I like how it's like the moon. I guess I could. No, I can't. Okay, the moon, and then like there's a little bit of the sun peeking through. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Excuse me?
All I know is that Countess conducts her business and she doesn't enjoy people meddling in it.
If it's so confidential, how come I ended up there in the first place?
Minor oversight. You were supposed to be moved upstairs before you were up, but appears that you are an early riser.
And whose oversight was it, may I ask?
Let's not focus on casting blame, shall we? I say all's well that ends well. So, are there any other...
Yes.
If vampires are real, does this mean other fairy tales are?
You'll have to be more specific than that.
Rusalkas? Domovoys? Ghosts?
Yes? No? Yes. We'll spend all night here if we keep talking about flora and fauna. If you want my advice, focus on yourself first. That always ends up working for me. So, are there any other questions you...
No, I want to carry on.
I suppose that's it for the time being.
Perfect. If you don't mind me asking, what do you make of all this? I take it you've done a couple laps around the ballroom. Learned a little more about what it's like to be one of us.
One of us. One of us.
Well, I'm obviously still in shock, but
Yes?
from a scientific perspective, I have to admit I'm curious. This is certainly a unique condition we are in. I'd love to learn more about it for my studies.
I'm impressed. I can certainly see now why the doctor chose you as his apprentice. Alright. Have you read Thunderstorm?
Okay. Thunderstorm is a drama in 5 acts by Alexander Ostrovsky, written in 1859. The play follows Katerina, a young woman who had a happy life in childhood. However, after her marriage, she ends up in a harsh, tyrannical environment and becomes a metaphorical prisoner in her new home. One of the thematic questions Katerina poses in the play is, why do not people fly just like birds? Okay. Rusalka. The Rusalka is a creature commonly associated with the water, possessing the visage of a young woman. Some regional folklore even describes it as displaying characteristics of a piscine nature. I don't know what that means. Whilst older texts often speak of its benevolent nature, guiding the harvest and spurring fertility, the Rusalka has become more frequently linked to death and drowning. Oh, okay. Restless spirit seeking revenge for wrongs committed. Okay.
I'm not so sure. Why?
Well, unlike Katerina in the play, you no longer need to wonder why people can't fly.
Wait. Oh!
How?
He's a cute bat.
How did you do that?
By sheer will, Lisa. It's very simple.
Oh, wait,
How
and
are
he
you
can
even
talk.
talking with me in such a state?
That's yet another benefit of being one of us. We can project our thoughts into people's minds. I
just
prefer
like a
it,
werewolf.
Really. I find normal
Well, at
speech
least
kind of
in
primitive.
Twilight. Well, that's the thing in Twilight. And then there's this other book that I've read called Shiver. It's also about werewolves. Well, it's also about werewolves. It's just werewolves. There is no vampires. And that's how they do it too. I need to read that book again. It was
Why
really
don't
good.
you do it all the time then?
I'd love to, but you don't want to get too used to it and
If
scare
y'all are
by
interested,
accident.
you like werewolves. If y'all are interested and you like werewolves, it's called Shiver. It's a series. There's 3 books in the series. I think I've only read the first 2, but
Now, why don't you try it?
I'm very
Let's
interested
see what kind of bat you
to
are.
get into it again. Okay. Let's do our bat shifting. Oh my god, she's so freaking cute!
Isn't this a hoot? Come on, I'll show you around.
We gotta fly away. Okay, bat landing. Bat indicator in the bottom left of the screen informs whether bat shifting is currently possible. To land while in bat shape, descend on a surface from above until a landing circle appears beneath you. This game just got so much cooler. I can be a bat. Okay.
Seems
back
like
to
you're
human
catching
form.
on. Follow me.
Okay. Okay, where is he going?
I can't believe I'm actually flying.
All this talk about death, but don't you feel more alive than you ever have right now?
I can't land on that guy. Okay. Liza can turn into a bat at any time, provided she is in an appropriate environment and not in a human's direct sight. The bat indicator in the bottom left corner of the screen shows whether Liza is able to transition at a particular moment. Okay, do I have to... Okay, why can't I land? It says I can't change while in something something. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Shh. There. Look.
If only I have 3 coins to my name, then I'd show 'em. They'd all see.
Is this what you wanted to show me? A drunk peasant?
All right. My timer went off. That means our 30 minutes is up. Thank you. What was that? I am having so much freaking fun with this game. There's just, oh my goodness. It's just great. It's great. That's all I'm going to say. It's great. So, we will get back into this next time. Like I said, this is just the demo. I'm very excited to play the full game. Because so far, this is amazing. But yeah, that's all I got for you. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.